Last opportunity to take the drink, and I think you'd be wise to take it on.
Very much, very sensible. You've got to do that. You've got to take a drink on.
Do I take the skis? No. This is who dares wins.
Too much of the advantage gained over a 20-minute section left. I'm not sure. Will one of these, two or all of these, turn right into the pit stop? Doubtful.
Clara, Eliasson, Legkov. And then Sundby having a look. Chernousov moving up. Northug. Who's that behind me? Oh, it's Yadalin.
Yeah, and who's that further back in black? Oh, it's Colonia, and he is struggling right now, but he could come back.
So drinks. Clara hasn't taken a drink. Everybody else has done so. Chernousov at the back.
Chernousov, there's probably caffeine in there. There's probably honey in there. There's probably, it looked like Coca-Cola with all the gas taken out.
So Roland Clara, a metre or two ahead, about to start his final journey here. Now, you can see they're going through the Durchgang. Did any of them change?
No, they didn't. Too much to lose 24, 25 seconds. Now it's cat and mouse.
So Eliasson goes back there. Now, Mike, they're all aware of what Northug can do. If he's coming over that roller and he's going to double pole down the finish straight, there are very few that are going to live with him. And here comes the closest pursuers, led by Rickardson, followed by Decenta, then Legjanin, then Colonia, and the gap there is 21 seconds. So, Mike, that's like coming in and changing your skis. Now, you were questioning whether you could do it. That's exactly the question for Rickardson. Can he close a gap of 21 seconds? And my worry is, remember, that sprint's going to come up. He has just got to lay everything on the line right now.
And this is going to be tactical up front, David, so I think he has a chance of closing this down. Slim chance, maybe.
Well, this is it, Mike. Looks as if it's just these men who are going to fight this out. Now, the question is, what have they got in their respective minds? Now, they know about Northug, so is anybody going to be brave enough now to make the break? Now, if they do make the break, then it's got to be decisive. They have one chance to do this, and one chance only. If they don't do it and it's not decisive, they'll be reeled back in, and that'll be them done for medals.
Well, that's the thing. If you go too early, there's Northug just recovering as best he can. If you go too early, David, you've put all your cards on the table. If you run out of steam, and they're all running out of steam, then it's a hard journey back when they catch you. But I think Legkov has to go early. He has to go very early with about 4Ks to go or 3Ks to go. And he knows that because he's got no big dynamic turn of end speed.
Well, what about Clara? He's really impressing me out there. Eliasson as well. And there you get a sense of the pace that's going into the race with the Skidoo camera just out of your picture to the right there. And Clara looking confident, looking positive. Legkov still strong. Eliasson and maybe Yadalin just finding the pressure a little bit too much at the moment. Chernousov now being asked some questions as well.
But, you know, their brain has been saying, listen, I've been hurting for so long, for an hour 50, I just need to hurt a little longer. So they're trying to out-maneuver the feelings and the impulses going through their body to try and stay with this pace no matter what. That's what makes pack racing that little bit easier.
Just coming into picture, there are Decenta and Rickardson and Legjanin. How tantalising can that be for them? They're, you know, near, but yet so far. And look at the pace. Look what's happening to Yadalin.
Look what's happening to Northug. Come on, keep this pace going. If they look back, they're seeing that Northug is going through a very bad phase.
He's just blown up, hasn't he?
He's just hit the wall there. But listen, why are they stopping? The Norwegians are stopping to help Northug, but this is where Legkov needs to really hit the pace.
Yeah, they've just got to go. I mean, you know, the likes of Sundby have just got to go and not have respect.
This is Northug going through the proverbial wall where you've run out of your glucose stored in your muscles. You go onto the fat stores now, and that feeling is very strange. I cannot understand why they held back and paused there.
And such is Northug. We talked about this at the beginning of the race, Mike. Northug does pain better than most.
Oh, incredible. He can take the pain, and he goes through that terrible patch, and then he saw the hesitation. So all he looks at is the positives. He looked ahead and he said, his brain was said, why are they stopping? I've got another chance. This is saving me. This is saving my position in the race if I can tolerate a little more discomfort.
You know, this is such a special race to win. Jardalen is struggling, no question about that. But why they just softened off there, I have no idea. Particularly the likes of Legkov. That was a perfect opportunity for him to go. He is going now.
I don't think they realised that Northug was going through a terribly painful patch, but he's back. He's back alive. He's back in this race.
Yeah. But Legkov now going hard, Clara going hard, Eliasson hanging on, Sundby there in fourth place. Legkov has got the message now. Legkov knows here on in, this is where I go.
He had to go from a very long way out, and this is a very long way out, Legkov, but he has to live with this. He has to, whatever happens throughout his body, he has to take it.
But he is the equivalent of a Sherman tank, isn't he?
He certainly is. He's not a race whippet. He is that. He'll push through anything. He'll keep the momentum going. But it's, there's Northug struggling again, so Clara now needs to take the initiative. Keep it fast, or Northug will bridge the gap, and I hope he does, but it's decisive for the World Cup at this moment.
And there's a bonus point opportunity not far away, the last one as well, and Jardalen now ahead of Northug. And I don't think it's a question. I think they're both really suffering there. And Jardalen, you know, there's nothing he can do. He's just look at Northug. He's almost tall. You can actually feel the pain in his body there.
And that's what happened last time. He went through the same pain, but the pack stopped. So the brain said, "Come on, find something." But
and look at this, Jardalen just getting away, and Northug doubled over. So not a day for Cologne, not a day for Northug the way it's looking now, which only makes the World Cup exciting because it keeps it open right the way through to Falun. And Clara, but from Legkov now.
I think we said it's the last eighth of this race where you run out of your energy. You go into the next energy supply. Every muscle is so fatigued. You're climbing this race. They've climbed, will be climbing nearly 2,000 meters in total ski climb time.
Chernousov just a fraction detached there. So you've got Italy, and then Russia, and then Norway, and then Jardalen. Oh, they are desperate, aren't they? They are desperate, and those Norwegians trying to lift them. Come on. You can hear almost Heia Norge coming out of all of those spectators, because that's what they'll do.
If Cologne is getting the messages from his coaches, I know they're not the biggest team out here, but if he's getting the messages that Northug is going through a bad moment, surely that will give Cologne some energy, some hope.
They've got to go now. Clara's doing a good job up here, because Clara doesn't have the sprint finish either. If you have a look at these guys, who has the sprint finish? Does Sundby have the sprint finish?
He has, probably in this pack, he's probably got the best sprint finish. Eliasson as well has a good finish. Legkov, no. Clara, occasionally.
And the two Norwegians there, Eliasson and Sundby, are doing exactly the right thing, because as long as Clara and Legkov keep the pace going, they just stay in behind.
In fact, David, as we come across the 44.6 and the bonus points for the last time, I think Chernousov has got the fastest finish in this whole group, but he's on survival at the moment.
Yeah, Peder Northug gets ahead of Jardalen, and, you know, it hasn't materialised for him. There's Rickardson behind. Rickardson will get a view of Peder Northug and Jardalen.
Now look, Jardalen will go ahead and say, Peder, I'm going to lead you. He put Northug ahead to get the points.
And the Swedish fans trying to get behind this man here, and you can see who else has blown up. Giorgio Giacenta, that's Legjanin, so Giorgio Giacenta's legs have gone as well. 5 kilometers to go, and the Olympic champion is in no man's land. Here he is, the great man, but and he's getting cheered and appreciated and respected, and so he should.
Top 10 or 10th position, only 51 seconds after that distance, David. It is amazing racing. He's always been at that top half of the field for what, the last 20 years of World Cup racing. Where's Dario Cologne? Has he pulled out? I'll just check. I doubt it.
No, I don't think he'd pull out, because there are some points to be gained here, and 8 in behind there. Shurota is the second of these two, and that's Södergren, strong, and he'll see the distance out, but he won't be. Here is Cologne with the Belarusian Semenov. What a good race he's having. I mean, Semenov, this could be on for a bit of a personal best for him.
Well done to Semenov, and he didn't have the ski changes some of the others had.
Just trying to check on what he's done before. I mean, Semenov was, what, in 14th place, something like that?
12th place, I think.
12th place.
12th place.
Well, he has finished 11th in a World Cup race, but not over this distance. That was on Russian snow in Rybinsk. But it'll certainly be one of his best, and he's got a real chance to make it a personal best, a lifetime best. But back to the front of the game here.
Five men, 3 medals.
Yeah, a little bit of rotation of work here. Chanusov has joined back into this fivesome. A couple of Norwegians, 2 Russians and an Italian. And it's going to be between them. And you sense, Mike, there's Northug with Jadalen in the distance there. And the camera foreshortens that distance. It's actually longer than it looks.
Yes, it is, but Northug's going to be given, again, some kind of psychological lift. Oh, the best 5 are just ahead of me. He'll be trying to find something positive out of that.
Well, the front 5 there, they've just got to kill it off, and there's an injection of pace again. And there, now you can see that Ellison's pushing it with Clara, Legkov, and on the right side there, and Sundby looking around. Why is he looking around? Don't worry, this is where he has to forget. He forgot about Northug and just got on with the job in the World Championships, and that's what he's got to do again.
I wonder if there is some kind of team orders that try and slow it down so that Northug has the chance of getting the 100 points for the win.
No, the answer is you control what you can control, and you don't worry about what is out of your control. Here is the moment. Do you want to win the Holmenkollen? Yes or no? Or do you want to play silly games trying to help your teammate who probably isn't going to get there anyway?
But in this group, in terms of technique, for me it's still Sundby. He looks effortless after this distance and this amount of time.
Yeah, and even if they held or helped Northug to get back, who's to say that the Russians wouldn't win it anyway, or Roland Clara? So it's a silly game to play.
Oh, I think so. And look at the front. Ellison again is keeping it strong. He's not backing it off, and he could do if there was silly tactics at play here.
The man from Trondheim looking for what would be a huge lifetime best. And round they come. They've just got this small loop to do. I say just, but there they get a great chance, don't they, Mike? Because there is Ellison. He looks to his right. Where the heck are the others? And he's just seen that they've got the whole straightaway advantage over Petter Northug and Jadalen. There's Rickardson and Legjanin. And I think Rickardson has played this slightly tactically wrong. He went on the 4th rotation. He should have, on the 5th rotation, he should have moved earlier.
Yeah, it left it out a little bit late. Look what's happening now with the Jadalen and Northug. They are thinking that they can pull this back, and it's only 12 seconds. Maybe they can.
Well, this will be something. But if they do pull it back, then it's gifted to them by the people up front, and that would be really silly.
Yes, it depends. Clara is keeping it strong at the front, so it's unlikely. It really is unlikely with this next very steep climb coming up.
Clara doesn't care about Northug. Legkov certainly doesn't care about Northug.
Not at all.
Neither does Chanusov. So it does happen that you go through that wall, you go through the bad patch, and then suddenly, you know, you get re-energized, but they're running out of snow. And these guys can make sure, and you see, they're standing tall again. They really need to keep this acceleration on.
This is surely, David, there's going to be a break here, because remember, we spin back down over the bridges, over some gentle terrain. Surely it's got to go fast now, and it is.
Ellison on the right, followed by Sundby, the 2 men in red for Norway, coming up here now. And of course, the majority of the fans are Norwegian. They want a Norwegian victory. What on earth is that coach doing? And he's trying to